So what I'm doing today is I'm gonna be making my first crochet wig. So I just came back from the store and I got a wig cap, cute fit wig cap with an extra large holes. I'm gonna show y'all better.
Hey y'all, so yes, I got my wig cap, my crochet needle, and the hair. That hair comes with 3 different bags of hair, and this was more than enough because I still have a few pieces left over. I want to say a whole bag left over and about 6 pieces left from this pack. It's definitely enough, and as you guys will see at the end, my wig is real full and nice. So yeah, I got it from the beauty supply too. And I also got this mannequin from the beauty supply. It was like $5, not expensive at all. The hair was the most expensive thing, and I think it was like $15 for that whole thing, which still is cheap. But yes, so it's parted. It has its sections so that when I start doing the hair, I can make sure I'm evenly distributing the hair across the whole wig cap. Yes, sir. That's her. Look at my eyebrows. They are so gorgeous. Quarantine really got me looking crazy, y'all. I'm furry right now. My eyebrows are just really furry, and it's really a sad case. So here I'm showing you guys the different sections for the wig cap. It has 4 sections, front, sides, and back. Yes, so right here is where the extension would go. The extension would hold it steady and put it to a surface so that it wouldn't move, but I didn't have an extension. So yes, we were just gonna rock like this. And it's just, I had to hold it a lot. But I would totally do it again without an extension. It's not really that bad, but it's just a little harder. Okay, so this is one of the 3 packs of hair. So yes, that's one piece. So in the back, I separated it to 2, but then I realized I didn't want it to be super bulky. So in the back, I separated one piece to 2, but more towards the middle and the front, I would separate one piece into 4 pieces. So it wouldn't be super bulky and big and just super thick, and that's not the move for me. Okay, so this is the crochet needle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it opens and closes, y'all. Crazy, right? Okay, so I'm putting the piece that I separated into the latch hook, and I'm closing it. So, okay, so as you guys can see, I have the hair in the latch hook, and I closed the latch hook. So yeah, basically what I'm gonna do after I figure that out is I'm gonna go and take 2 of those holes, because it's like the more hair you put in, of course it's gonna get the more bulky. So I'm using up 2 holes. So I'm gonna stick my crochet hook through 2 holes, and do you see how I have the hair on the hook and it has 2 sides? So when you pull it through, you're going to want that same effect to have 2 sides. So you're going to pull one side through, and then you're going to have the other side hanging. So you will have it on the wig cap, not in the mannequin head. And yes. And then you're going to basically tie a knot. Like when you tie your shoes, the first step of tying your shoe is tying the knot for most people. I don't know. Some people make the bunny ears first. Kind of weird. Whatever. So yes, right now I'm tying it. I'm making the knot. And some people do more than 1 knot, but I only do 1 knot because I don't find it necessary to do more than 1. They do it for the so that it doesn't fall out. But I've had this wig for a while now, and none of the hair has fallen out. I've had no hair just fall out, so I don't find it necessary. But I wasn't doing strenuous activity in it, so maybe it might be necessary if you're doing strenuous activities. But a pimp like me is not doing strenuous activity in this wig. So yes, I'm really excited. I got my little crochet. I got my first piece of hair in there. Yes, so you see how I still have the 2 pieces, because the way I put it in the beginning, how I told you guys how you're gonna have 2 sections and then you just make a knot. So that is what I did. And I also noticed, you see how I put that piece of hair on that black line? Do not do that, because it makes it so that it just ruins the elasticity of the cap if you do that. So I really recommend that you don't, because you get headaches. I get headaches. They're not major, but they are headaches, and it could have been avoided if I would have just not done it and I continued to do it throughout the whole cap. My mistake. I didn't introduce y'all to her, and her name is Teresa. This is Teresa, and she has a little shag going right now. Yeah. And, you know, Teresa is ready to be styled. She's prepared, you know. I told her everything I'm gonna give her, but she don't know how to sit still. Every time I try to do something, she always got somewhere to go. So, yeah, Teresa's not very good at sitting still. So I would suggest that you get a canvas, mannequin head, or get the little extension. This is the hole for the extension, but I don't have the extension, so, but it holds it in place. So now I'm just repeating the process. I have the 2 sides of hair, and I am going to put in the latch hook with the 2 sides, or the 2 parts of the same hair, the 2 sections, and then I'm gonna put it in the head as I did previously, push and pull the hair to make a loop. And you guys, this was hard to record because this mannequin, it was moving and she didn't want to sit still. So it was really hard to show you guys on my camera and still have the correct lighting, and you know, but yes, I push it under and then through the next hole, under one hole, through the next hole, and then you move the crochet needle completely away and you make your loop. I made my loop, and I'm just gonna pull those hairs through that loop that I just made, and then I'm gonna tighten it. So I think previously I might have said that I've been using the invisible knot method in the back, and I guess I wasn't. I'm looking now and I'm using just the regular crochet method. And in the back it might get a little, it might not be perfect, and that's fine. The back, you really shouldn't, it doesn't matter that bad. So the back is kind of a good place to start, yeah, because you're just getting started. You might mess up a little bit, and it's a good place to start. So yes, it can get a little knotted, but that's okay. And so yeah, I have finished my second knot, still on the band. But yeah, that's basically the process. So previously, as you guys can see, I went ahead and I did 2 more pieces. This is, okay, again, the 1 piece. That's how it comes in the pack. And then you separate it like this, you know. And yes, you have the 2 sides. And now I'm separating it into 2 more. Yes, I'm coming to my senses finally. So I'm separating this part into 4 or 3. It might be 3. It looks like 3. And Yes, it's just the smaller that you make it, the more natural I feel like it looks. The more hair you use, it might look overly full, but if that's the look that you're going for, the fuller look, it was still very full, as you guys will see at the end. But yeah, I'm just repeating the process again. I'm trying to get a better angle so you guys can see better. Also, I didn't directly tell you guys the sort of hair that I had, and this curl style is rod set and the color is 4. It's still pretty dark, but it's basically a dark brown. So the lengths per bag of hair, since there's 3 bags, the bottom one is 10 inches, the next one is 9, and the top one is 8. I didn't realize this, y'all, until just now, but it didn't really ruin anything, or because I cut it anyways. So yes, one more time, I'm putting the crochet neat hook with the hair through, okay, and then I'm going to take that away out of the equation. I have my loop now, and now I'm going to pull those pieces of hair through that loop that I just created. And then I just tighten it onto the wig cap. And that is the process. It's pretty easy. You're basically just sticking the hair through a hole and then you tie a knot. So that's basically the whole process throughout the whole head. And also for my spacing, I definitely did not put one piece of hair in every single hole. I left holes because if you put a piece into every single hole, your wig's going to be really thick, and if that's what you're going for, that's great, but I wanted a more natural look, so I would say that I skipped about 2 or 3 circles or holes in between adding the crochet hair in. Also, I know that some browns or some synthetic hairs usually have like this red tone, and this hair doesn't have that, so I'm really glad. It's like a really synthetic color, but it's when you get a black or a brown hair color that I've experienced it, where you get like these red type strands, and this hair doesn't have that. It's true to color. Yeah. So with this probably took me 30 minutes. So the whole wig cap, I want to say, took me like an hour and maybe 10 minutes. It did not take long. But yes, halfway through, that took me about 30 minutes.
to edit. I forgot to take the video before I cut it, but this side I didn't cut yet. So this is what it looks like before. As you can see, it's not super thick. It's not super big. This side I started cutting, this whole side and the front. I cut bangs right here, or a little, yeah. So I did that, and this is how we're looking right now. I like it. It's a bow, looks soft, you know? Let me see if I can, okay. So this is it so far from the top.
Okay, so here I am about to cut the wig, and also with this black band, you can see it if you, so with mine, I just used my bangs to cover it up really well, but yeah, just know that that is sort of visible if you aren't careful. And so for my front, I did do the invisible knot method, but it's kind of pointless because I have no part. You really only need to do the invisible part method when you have a part or the hair is more straight, or and I didn't have any part. But yes, besides me, when I was doing the invisible knot method, I would only pull one of the two strands of hair and cover the knot with the other piece of hair when you lay it down. But yes, like I said, it's not necessary. Aside from that difference of the way I'm tying the knot, it's basically the same thing. But like I said, I parted it into, or I took one piece of hair that's in the packaging and I separated it into 4 and I put it in. And that's what makes it look, I think, more fluffy, because if I would have put them in more whole, the curls would probably be more, of course, thick, less frizzy, because I'm not pulling it apart. So yes, I pulled it apart and now I'm cutting it. I don't really know what I was doing, y'all. I was really just cutting it, and to this day I still sometimes cut it when I put it on and I see something, or if I see a strand that's kind of raggedy or too long or something. But yeah, so my goal when I was cutting my hair was to make it so that at the bottom, I was just trying to basically give it a shape that's kind of like small at the bottom, kind of bigger around the sides. So that's the goal that I was going for, but I achieved it in somewhat, as you'll see at the end. But I'm definitely no professional at cutting hair. Yeah, I was really just trying to give it a shape, y'all. So that brings us to the end of this tutorial. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys like crochet wig tutorials, because I would be more than glad to do them. I have many different ideas that I want to do for crochet hair. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.